Hey everyone, in order to celebrate my 10th video going up on the channel, I figured it would be a good idea to do a follow-up on my very first video. In that video, we opened up an order from Retro Game Treasure. So today, I figured we'd open up another one and see how things have changed. Just so you know, I am still a subscriber to their service. They didn't send me anything for a review, they didn't tell me to say anything, they don't even know I'm making this video. If you don't know what Retro Game Treasure is, you can go check it out in my very first video. I explained the entire thing there. But for the most part, it's just a monthly subscription service where they send you retro video games. Their website does allow you to update your preferences anytime you want. So between every order, I have been updating my preferences. Right now, I have it set that I would like at least one cartridge in every order. I also have it set that I get mostly Nintendo products. That's kind of the only thing that I'm really looking for these days. I also did state in the preferences that I'm okay getting one or two very cheap games in order to get something that has a lot higher value. Just like in the first video, I'm going to be using pricecharting.com again. I really like it. It uses both Canadian and American currencies, so it really shows the value of the product that you're getting.
Okay, let's get started. First off, I did cover up any personal information, and I did check the sticker just to see if there was any tampering. Everything looked fine to me. This is about the 8th or 9th box I've received, and I've never had any major issues. Usually it's just international shipping issues, but that's just because of COVID. Okay, first, there's a good amount of bubble wrap, but it seems pretty deflated, which kinda defeats the purpose of it. Considering at first glance it looks like a lot of these are loose items, I'm not too thrilled with the packaging at this time. And the first game is Tetris for the original Game Boy. I can't imagine this one is worth too much. I'm pretty sure it was a pack-in title with the console back in the day. There doesn't seem to be too many scuffs or anything on the cartridge. It's a nice clean label and everything. Next is Hotel Transylvania for the Nintendo DS. Honestly, I don't know anything about Hotel Transylvania. I know it's a movie franchise, but I've never seen any of them. I also have zero idea what kind of game style it'll be. It is a loose cartridge, and it seems to be in good shape at the very least. Next is WCW NWO Revenge for the Nintendo 64. This is a really cool game to me. I love wrestling, and I played a ton of wrestling games in the past. But I was always playing WWF No Mercy or WCW NWO World Tour, so it's really cool to have this. Again, it's a loose cartridge, the front label looks great, but the back label has a little bit of tearing, so that kind of sucks. Next is Rampage for the original Nintendo. This is a game I played a bunch when I was younger. Never on cartridge though, only ever on PC. So it'll be great to give it a try after almost 20 years. Again, it's loose, but the label does look fairly nice for such an old game. Honestly, without looking at any of the values for the games yet, I can say that this box followed my preferences pretty damn well. So that's it for this box. Now, let's check and make sure that they work, and let's check out the going rates for each one of the games. I tested Tetris on the Retron 5. It works great and had no issues. I don't think I need to explain Tetris to anyone here. It has the classic gameplay as well as the classic music. It's probably not a version I'm going to use very often, but it is a classic to add to the collection. According to pricecharting.com, a loose copy goes for $9.94 American or $12.40 Canadian. Actually about double compared to what I thought it was going to be. Hotel Transylvania on the DS actually had save files left over, so right away I knew it was a good working copy. The game seems to be a side-scrolling platformer and it feels pretty natural actually. I don't know anything about the franchise. If you think I should start with the movies or start with the game, let me know. The game doesn't seem to be very valuable, coming in at $5.25 American or $6.55 Canadian. I don't have a very good way of capturing footage for the Nintendo 64, so hopefully this way will work. WCW vs NWO Revenge turned on its first try, and this is definitely a game I'm going to erase the data so I can unlock everything myself. Even though it's not the wrestling game I used to play when I was growing up, it's always good to have an extra multiplayer game around the house. The loose cartridge, according to pricecharting.com, goes for $6.13 American or $7.65 Canadian. Rampage for the original Nintendo gave me a bit of a worry. It took about 3 minutes worth of tries to get the Retron 5 to even recognize the cartridge. But eventually, the tried and true method of blowing on the cartridge and turning the system off and on worked like a charm. Once the system was able to recognize it, the game worked perfectly well. There was nothing wrong with it, no glitches or anything like that. A loose copy for the game goes for $14.01 American or $17.48 Canadian, making it the most expensive game that I got in this package. At the end of the day, the total for the items is $35.33 American or $44.08 Canadian. Retro Game Treasure really seemed to follow my preferences pretty damn well, and I got some games that I legitimately see myself playing through. While still not the best way to collect games if you're looking for complete or sealed games, or if you're looking for something very specific, it is a great way to give yourself a nice surprise every month. Personally, I'm still satisfied with it, and I'm already looking forward to the next one. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, be sure to click the like button on your way out, and remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching.